had for lunch and supper and tea and midnight snack last night. Leaves. Now she's got a very classically square skull. It's very typical of an elephant cow. You'll not see an elephant bull with a skull that square. That's really quite interesting to see. They always tell you that, of course, you can tell the difference between a bull and a cow from the roundness or squareness of the forehead, but often it's not as clear-cut as that. She's obviously got quite a large frontal cortex, I imagine. So she's probably quite clever. It's going to be hot today. I can just feel the first effects of the sun coming up now. We're going to batten down the hatches as soon as breakfast is over. I think we'll all pile into the final control and huddle under the air conditioner. Kirsten will probably chase us out though. Here comes a young bull towards us. Not a young bull at all, is it, Brian? No. Because a much easier way of telling is what Brian's showing you now. Very clear mammary glands that give them really almost disturbingly humanoid feature, I find. It always reminds me how very much like us they are, but very few. And I always just find, oh, here she comes, that their behavior, the way they behave, is almost predictable from a human point of view. They're very defensive of their youngsters. The young bulls behave just like teenage boys. The young cows behave just like teenage girls. The babies behave just like human children in a creche. There are a whole lot coming now. Everyone who comes across the road is safe. She's stopped to check us out. Now she's indicated to the others that it's fine for them to come across the road. This little one, just with its tusks erupting, probably almost 2 years old. It's not Benji, is it? No. You can see the light burnt out already, and it's not yet 7 o'clock in the morning. Everyone, I would move forward so that you can get sort of slightly less into the light, but I'm afraid there are now elephants all sides of us, so we're going to stay right here. Here comes the first cow we saw with her very square head, with her little youngster. And they're just talking to each other. That, I just must reiterate, is not what it sounds like to them. There are frequencies that we don't hear, and obviously our little larynxes are completely unable to make. So although it might sound like you're talking to an elephant when you go, the elephant just thinks you're being an idiot. There, opened her ears out, not particularly pleased to see us. She's not the oldest cow, and so perhaps she's just a little bit inexperienced. Can you see how predictable that is, everyone? It's just like a human being walking, or, coming across someone they don't know and kind of standing up dead straight, posturing, going stiff. It's exactly the same kind of thing. Yeah. And that cow there, you can see, has got a squarish head, but not as square as the first one we saw. And you want to know why it is that they should have different foreheads. Why are the males round? Why are the females square? I don't know. No, I'm going to guess. Okay, there are two possibilities, and I think the first one is more likely. I think that the males are probably adapted like that to bashing their heads against each other. So I think you'll probably find that the rounder shape minimizes the injury. There's probably a thicker covering of sort of absorptive material on the top of the skull, and that probably allows them to, they do fight quite angrily.
Oh, look at that. There's some adults behind it. There's a big female. They really are wandering through the bush at the moment, trying to hide from us. Even though it's not that thick here, but there are lots of little sticks in our way. Very, very peaceful. There's some impala in the distance, in the background. Probably won't be able to see them, but a lot of inyala around. Look at that beautiful bushy tail on that female. And you can see the white stripes very clearly on the body. There was a young male. He was, I'm not sure where he has gone now. I think he's just off to